want to talk about a communication hack that will take your articulation skills to superhero levels. Whenever you want to talk to somebody, or at least this has helped me, you want to give your main point up front. I've got 3 illustrations that kind of help fine tune this idea. And I call them number 1, the impression, number 2, the presidential technique, or number 3, the Minto pyramid. For the first one, the impression, I'm a radiologist. So in the medical world, whenever a clinician or a referring physician sends a report, I'll go through the film and I'll find out what the main points are. And at the very bottom, I'll put the impression, the main diagnosis. And in the same case, if it was something very emergent and I needed to call them, the first thing I'm going to tell them is the impression. I'm not going to give them the entire backstory of all the findings that I found and what the patient's age is and what his main complaint is. A lot of times they already know that anyway. But the main thing is I tell them, hey, they have this diagnosis. I wanted you to know about it now. Now they know immediately what they need to do and how they should triage or prioritize that patient. The second way I like to think about this is called the presidential technique. Imagine whoever you're talking to is the president of the United States, and you just need to get your main point across right away. So imagine if you came up to the president and you said, Mr. President, group X, Y, and Z has just invaded territory A, B, and C. Well, now they know exactly what to think. What's the next step? Who do we need to contact? What's our plan of action? You would not come up to the president and say, Mr. President, there's a group that was organized back in the 60s. They like to eat this kind of food and wear these kind of clothes, and their main ideas and beliefs are this, and that. And he's like, okay, why are you telling me this? They don't even know where your conversation's going. So use the president technique to get to your main idea so that they can then ask questions or have follow-up support or any other details they need to know after the fact. And then the third way to look at this is also known as the Minto pyramid. The author of that book says to give your main point up front. So whether you're writing an article or whether you're giving a speech, give the main conclusion right away. Then after that, you can support it with arguments, and then under that you can support the arguments with facts, details, and stories. You know, I'm into fitness as well, so say I was writing an article on the best protein powder to take, I would immediately say whey protein will give you muscle faster than any other protein. Then I would discuss my arguments for why that's the case, and then I would give facts and details, illustrations, metaphors. I would compare and contrast whey protein with collagen with pea protein. But what I would not do is start the argument out, you know, whey protein was invented back in 1955 or whenever it came out. And here's the process of how they make it, only 10 minutes later to get to the part of my discussion that says, so the reason I'm telling you this is, by that time the person I'm talking to probably would have tuned out anyway. So remember this when you're talking to somebody or in a group or giving a speech or writing an article, get to your main point right away.